So how did you learn about Larry?
I first learned about Larry through Bob Levinson's office. I had wanted to learn some hypnosis techniques. I called the office and the receptionist was very helpful. She said, I don't know of any college where you could go learn hypnosis, but I do know a man who can teach you anything that you want to know, and his name is Larry Wayne. Working with Larry was an amazing experience because whenever you're with Larry, you can always feel that unconditional love flowing through him and radiating out. Whether he's doing hands-on healing or distant healing, you feel it. If you're in the room with him, you feel it. A lot of times, Larry has this saying that when the student is ready, the teacher shows up, and that was very much the case with him and I. All the things that he was telling me, I found very acceptable. It was almost like a review, you know, like, oh yes, like a remembering, like an awakening, almost an enlightenment, however, whichever terminology. You know, for me, I like the awakening terminology because it was like I was asleep, and then as he told me these things, it was, aha, yes, I remember that. And he would often say, don't you have any questions, Cathy? And I would say, no. No. And he says, well, I've never met anyone who accepted things like you, but it was just like I said, I just felt that it was a review, like a reminder of who I really was, and all of that information, the metaphysical information, the spiritual information, it just clicked. When you are with Larry, he puts kind of a shield of protection around you, and so then your growth is quicker, and your insights come more freely, and you have guidance from your higher consciousness. He teaches you all this. He teaches you all to do all these things for yourself.
Cathy, you were involved with the home circles. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, Larry invited me to join his home circle group. We met every Monday night with a group of, it ranged, sometimes there would be anywhere up to 12 to 15 people in it. And we would always meet at his place, and we would begin with lectures, which mainly consisted of channeled information that Larry and Grace would get. And after the intermission, then we would usually have a practice session, and that was where the fun really began. They would pair us up, and we learned how to do spiritual healing on each other, which was something that it is something that everyone can do. I never would have guessed it, and it's really simple and easy to do, and has incredible results, or whatever. And I actually was on the receiving end of that one night, as I had stayed home because I had an earache, a terrible earache, and so Larry's group sent me healing, and right at the moment that they were sending me the healing, my earache just cleared up. It was miraculous, and spiritual healing can be very miraculous. So.
Cathy, can you tell me about any areas specifically that Larry has helped you in that really made a difference?
Yes. In the beginning, when I first started with him, I worked really fervently on developing my meditation, and that really helped me. Meditation really helps you physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, well, in every way. And so as you deepen your meditation, you can control blood pressure and heart rate and all of this kind of thing physically, and so that promotes health and wellness, and that's what I'm all about in my career.
Right. What would you say to the person who is just starting to go to Larry, or just thinking about using Larry as a guide?
I would say you can trust him 100%. I would say he has years of experience, and that he radiates unconditional love, and that you just can't go wrong with that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Cathy.
You're welcome.
You're right. Great.
My pleasure.
Right.